Hi guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys, my name is Leslie, and most of you probably don't know me because I'm new here at Blackhawk. I work in the middle school ministry on staff here, and today we're going to talk about the topic of trust, which is really cool for me because actually my story has a lot to do with that. Okay, so I'm actually not from Wisconsin. I'm from California, and I just moved here a few months ago, and it's kind of a crazy story. I was doing some missions trips, and it was really awesome, and God has done a lot through that and showed me a lot about trust through that, which is super awesome. But when I got home after that, I just really felt like in my heart God was telling me to move to Wisconsin, which is crazy because California is beautiful and sunny and Wisconsin is cold and snowy. So, I was like, God, that does not make any sense. Why are you telling me to go there? But the more I prayed about it, the more I just really felt like that's what God was telling me to do. So, I had a choice, whether to stay where I was comfortable or to obey God and trust that I was supposed to move across the country, and that He would be there and provide for me. So I quit my job and I packed up all of my stuff into my car and I drove 3 days across the country. It was really long and really boring. Oh my gosh. Nebraska? Ugh. Horrible. Anyways, so I got here to Wisconsin and I freaked out. I was like, God, what the heck did you bring me to? I didn't have a job. I didn't know anyone except for one person, and I was sleeping on their couch, so I didn't have a room. All of my stuff was in my car for over a month, and it just really felt like I had made a huge mistake, and I was ready to turn around and go home. But I knew that God had told me to move here. So once again, I trusted Him, and I began to look for a job. And it took me a good couple months to find this job here at Blackhawk. And it was a hard couple months, trusting that God was going to provide that right job. But every rejection and every time I didn't hear back from a place, it was so hard. And again, it caused me to question, God, what are you doing? Are you sure I'm supposed to be here? But as soon as I got this job at Blackhawk, it was a total answer to prayer and exactly what God had asked me to move for. And I know now that it was such a great idea to trust God and to trust that He led me here for a reason. And even though it doesn't make sense to anyone else and other people might think I'm crazy, I know in my heart that I made the right decision to trust God and to move here. And it's been so amazing ever since then. And it's a lot like the story of Noah that you guys are going to read about today in Genesis, where God asks Noah to build this boat, and everyone around him thought that he was crazy, out of his mind. Like, why are you building a boat? Even if it rains, it's not going to flood anything. You're crazy. But he was faithful, and he trusted God, even when it was really hard, and even when he didn't know if it was worth it, and he didn't know what was going to happen. But he trusted that he had heard God right. And you guys know the story. Eventually the flood came and him and his family, they were safe because he trusted the Lord and he trusted what God was telling him. So I know that if I was in your position, I'd be like, well, those are two super extreme stories. Like, you guys aren't gonna go pack up your stuff and move to a different place, and you're not gonna go outside and build a boat. Maybe you will, but probably not. So, how does this relate to you guys? And it could be just as simple as, maybe God's asking you to go talk to someone who doesn't have any friends, and you think maybe you'll be made fun of if you go talk to them, or, joining a club or a sport that could be new and you could risk, being embarrassed or not being good at it. But if you really feel like that's where God is leading you, that's an opportunity for you to trust Him and trust that you'll be good at it, or even if you're not good at it, that God had a reason for you to go through that. So as you break up into your small group times, just be thinking about ways that you can trust God from really, really small ways to maybe bigger ways. There's so many ways in our daily life so we can trust God.